welcome all of you in Gyan Vivida channel. सेठ श्री सूरजमल तापड़िया आचार्य शास्त्री महाविद्यालय जसवंतगढ़ में आप लोगों का हार्दिक स्वागत और अभिनंदन करता हूं। मैं आपको आज शास्त्री थर्ड ईयर क्लास थर्ड ईयर पॉइंट बीमिंग इन ए डच पेंटिंग। Today we are going to discuss on this topic, on this point. First at all, beaming in Dutch painting. This poem is composed by Eunice D'Souza. This poem, which is composed by Eunice D'Souza. First at all, introduction to the poem. Introduction to the poet. Eunice D'Souza, which was a poetic collection, which name was Beaming in a Dutch Painting, which appeared in 1988. Eunice D'Souza was born on 1940 in Pune, at Pune in Maharashtra. She was a great versatile poetess, critic, novelist and editor. She was a versatile, we can say that a multi-talented lady, multi-talented writer. She was a multi-talented and a versatile poetess, critic, novelist and editor. She was born on 1940 at Pune in Maharashtra. She was educated at Pune. After that, she got higher education in Bombay and USA. She worked as a lecturer in the Department of English, St. Xavier's College, Bombay. This poem, which was composed, the collection Beaming in Dutch Painting, which appeared in 1988. In the second point, characteristics of the poetry. First, introduction to the poetess, and second, characteristics, salient feature of the poem. Most of poems are short pieces. यूनिस डिसूजा है ना, वो अपनी पोएमों को हमेशा शॉर्ट पीसेस के अंदर लिखती थी. शी यूज्ड टू मोस्टली writes her poem in a short pieces. Some short pieces are as following: feeding the poor at Christmas, Sweet 16, Miss Lois, Forgive Me Mother, She and I, Advice to Women, and Women in a Dutch Painting. All collections are a short pieces. Similarly, most of her poems are autobiographical in nature. Most of her poems are autobiographical. And third characteristics, she uses very simple word and common day speech. She uses very simple word and common day speech. Similarly, the fourth characteristics, her poems have a deeper meaning. Her poems have a deeper meaning. Thus, we can say that there are four characteristics of her poetry. She used to mostly write short pieces. She mostly writes autobiographical in nature. Simple, she uses simple words and deeper meaning. Thus we can say that she was talented to write poems. The third point, the painting of Dutch painters. The painting which was made of Dutch painting. There are some Dutch genres, Vermeer, and second Dutch painter Peter de Hooch, and third Rembrandt. There are three Dutch painters in this poem. Rembrandt was famous the group of photographs. He was famous for the group of photographs. नाइट वॉच की जो फोटोग्राफी ली थी उसमें ये बहुत ही क्या था, टैलेंटेड था। तो वी हैव डिस्कस 3 Dutch painters and what is the characteristics of the poem and what is the introduction to the poem, and third point, the women in Dutch painting. It is the theme of the poem. We can say that it is a theme of the poem. I am reading this poem. I think there are only 11 lines. There are only 11 lines. It is a very short poem in 3rd year syllabus, which was composed by Eunice D'Souza. There are only 11 lines in this poem, which painting, the women painting, which was made by Dutch painters. Okay? Yes, first stanza, first 3 lines. The afternoon sun is on their faces. A woman and some women, we can say that some women is standing before the painting and she was looking the painting. That time the sun, the afternoon sun is on their faces. जो दोपहर का आफ्टरनून का जो सूर्य है वो उनके चेहरे पर क्या कर रहा है, गिर रहा है। They are calm. All the women who are sitting before the painting, they are very calm. काम जानते हो, शांत को बोलते हैं। Not stupid, वो शांत है लेकिन मूर्ख नहीं है। Pregnant, not a bobbin, वो pregnant मतलब वो ये नहीं कि बच्चे को बॉर्न कर दे तो वो पागल है, लेकिन उनको अपन क्या कह सकते हैं, दे आर, है ना, दे आर नॉट ए बॉबिन, वो मूर्ख नहीं है। बॉबिन मीन्स मूर्ख। आई नो वुमेन लाइक दैट, आई नो विमेन लाइक दैट, वो अन्य जो औरतें हैं उन्हीं की तरीके से है। एंड आंट, इन द फर्स्ट पैराग्राफ वी कैन से दैट इन द फर्स्ट 3 lines the poetess said that in a Dutch painting the afternoon sun is on the faces of the women. They are calm and quiet. They are calm and quiet. Not stupid, not bobbin. They are pregnant but not a bobbin. Bobbin means मूर्ख नहीं है। They are not slow or stupid as a cow is considered to be. A cow is considered which are very innocent creature, but the all women are not stupid. We think, हम सोचते हैं कि उन्होंने बच्चे को जन्म दिया तो वे मूर्ख है। नहीं, वो मूर्ख नहीं है। In the second paragraph of the poem, I know women like that and not just in painting, and aunt who did not answer her husband back. In the second paragraph, in the concluding stanza, we can say that the poetess Eunice D'Souza is discussing 2 women in this stanza. First, aunt who did not answer her husband back. वो अपने पति, इतनी सेंसियल लेडी है कि वो अपने पति को वापस प्रत्युत्तर नहीं देती है। उसका पति कितना भी कुछ भी कहे लेकिन वो उसका रिस्पॉन्स नहीं देती है। तो हम ये नहीं कह सकते वो कैसी है, मूर्ख है। Her husband back not because she was a plain. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो प्लेन है, शांत है, मूर्ख है, प्लेन। एंड अन्ना, एंड सेकंड अन्ना, फर्स्ट इज आंट एंड सेकंड इज अन्ना। अन्ना क्या करती है, who writes poems, जो कविताएं लिखती है, and hopes her a avocado stone will sprout in the kitchen. Her voice is a oatmeal and honey. अब वो दूसरी जो लेडी बैठी है अन्ना, who writes poem, जो कविताएं लिखती है, and hopes her a avocado stone, मतलब किसके, इमली की गुठली जो है उसको क्या करेगी, विल स्प्राउट। स्प्राउट का मतलब होता है अंकुरित हो जाएगी। इन द किचन, रसोई के अंदर हो जाएगी। हर वॉइस इज ऑटमिल, उसकी आवाज कैसी है, बिल्कुल ऑटमिल की जैसी, एक फल होता है ओट मिल, एक ओट मिल की जैसे कैसी है, मधुर है, एंड हनी। Thus, in this stanza, the writer, the poetess exposes the inner strength of a woman. The inner strength of the woman in the last paragraph, last stanza of the poem, she is discussing the real life and the painting के अंदर जो तस्वीर है उनके बीच में और रियल लाइफ के बीच में क्या कंपैरिजन है। She gives two examples of the women. She knows them who are like the women that a painting. One is aunt who never answered her husband, not because she is plain, but she had a personality and a individuality of her own. And second, the other is Anna, who is a poetess and who hopes her obeke stone will sprout in the kitchen. Her voice is as sweet as oatmeal and honey. उसकी आवाज इतनी मधुर है जितनी कि oatmeal. Thus, next point theme हो गई। इसके बाद after that merit of the poem, the first paragraph and second paragraph दोनों के बीच में आप merit लिख सकते हो। Style of the poem, the next point is that style of the poem, an analogy in the poem is very suggestive, and invocations of the poem is that she writes in free verse. This poem is written in the free verse. There is no rhyme scheme is used in this poem. Thus we can say that this poem is written in a free verse. There is no rhyme scheme. She has used the simple language of everyday speech. It is a very impressive and suggestive poem. It is a very impressive and suggestive poem. There are simple words which is used in this poem. There is no rhyme scheme of the poem. इसके अंदर कोई तुकबंदी नहीं है, इसलिए ये कविता बहुत इजी वे के अंदर क्या की गई है, लिखी गई है। तो बच्चों, इस कविता के अंदर हमने क्या पढ़ा? आफ्टरनून के समय सूर्य की किरणें उसके ऊपर गिर रही हैं और जो रियल लाइफ की जो वुमेन है वो उसके सामने बैठी हुई है। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वो औरतें जिन्होंने बच्चे को जन्म दिया मूर्ख हैं, वो काम एंड क्वाइट है। इसका मतलब वो मूर्ख नहीं है। क्या नहीं है? बॉबिन नहीं है, मूर्ख नहीं है, स्टूपिड नहीं है। हम उनको स्टूपिड समझ लेते हैं। एंड सेकंड पैराग्राफ, सेकंड स्टेंजा ऑफ द पोएम, Eunice D'Souza is discussing the two women in this story. First an aunt and second is Anna. We think that they are stupid, but they are not a plain, but they are also talented. But they cares their personality and individuality in this stanza. Okay, keep practice, keep smiling. Thank you everybody. See you tomorrow.